The views, takes and opinions expressed on this show are of the host's own and do not represent the views, takes and opinions of the Main Event Mark, PWPH Wrestling Network and its affiliates. Material and sources mentioned in this episode is for general and commentary purposes only. This episode might include strong language and may not be suitable for children. Listener discretion is advised. Stay safe and stay wrestle everyone. Welcome to the Main Event Mark.
Okay, so welcome to your Unfiltered Tagalog Wrestling Podcast. Today is episode number 300 and it's been a 5-year pleasure with you guys to listen on the Main Event Mark Podcast. So, today is a special day for me. Pero every special moment of this podcast since its inception in 2020, hindi talaga nawawalan ng setback tong podcast when it comes to uploading content, no? Ayun, so nag-record na ako ng episode nung Friday, tapos nung Sabado, 2 episodes yun, sama ito, and then sa kasamang palad, nung i-edit ko na siya, nag-crop pala both of the episodes. So I have to record it in scratch like what I am doing right now. So, if you can hear me on a different voice, then pagpasensyahan nyo na. Kasi medyo malat na ako kaka-record nitong 2 episodes na to. Pero yun, welcome to your Unfiltered Tagalog Wrestling Podcast. This is the Main Event Mark. And today is episode number 300 of this podcast. So, again, pagpasensyahan nyo na yung ulit ko sinasabi na masyado na akong makulit kaka-remind that this would be the episode number 300. I-upload na siya tomorrow. Yes, nag-edit ako or nag-record ako, pero yun nga, post-recording lang nga, yun yung nangyari. At hindi naman kasalanan nyo na nag-record, kasalanan nyo mainly ng aking ginagamit na device. So what I am currently investing na is a brand new device. So gusto ko na nga sana magka-laptop computer ulit, no? Para mas maganda na yung recordings natin every week dito sa show. And that's what I am manifesting then going forward as we go along here on this show. So kagaya ng una kong recording, hindi na ako magdi-discuss nung ibang matches. I'm just gonna draw my takes on the things that I like and the things that I might like or not. Depends on the decisions that was made mainly on this show, no? And first thing then, maraming salamat sa lahat. Ayun yung lahat na sumusuporta. I know it's very cliche to say this every time, no? For everyone who is with the show and who loves the show, everyone that supporting this shit and following this shit, of course, for the past 5 years. And now, 300 episodes later, you're still here with us. And now we are going to talk about wrestling in a different way. And palagi ko naman sinasabi na wala akong patience mag-record kung pangit naman yung device ko. That's why I really wanted to get a better device for a better content. And that will happen if you are going to support me as well. No. So for the meantime, you can also support me on Patreon, patreon.com/maineventmarkpw. And of course, nag-iipon din naman ako. Trying my best na mag-ipon. Ipon talaga ang priority ko. And yeah, I am recording this for a third time on a Monday. Yes, it's very strange for me to record an episode on a Monday because I have to, kasi mababacklog naman ako ng medyo malaki. I will discuss Evolution, Saturday Night's Main Event, Great American Bash on a different episode, then their respective fallouts. Slammiversary happened just today. I will discuss that on a future episode as well of the show. Kasi, ayan, dami ko ng backlog. So, 2 episode na agad yung pinaramis ko sa inyo this week. After this. Ayan, so episode number 300. Ito na yan na gagawin natin for today, no? And I hope you guys will understand the circumstances that you might hear in my background. Kasi the past few days ay naulan po dito. Ayan, yung mic ko na naman, di na naman nakikisama. Ayan, so first thing I have to say here, when it comes to All In Texas is being booked for a different time, no? And parang beneficial siya for some people. Pero for me, since nag-work ako, hindi ko kayang catch yung buong 6 hours na show in one sitting. So I watched that in 2 parts. So I watched first 3 hours and then the remaining 3 hours on the next day. So that's what I did. And sana AEW din nyo na ulitin to. Utang na loob. Ayun. So they adjusted the time slots, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So some people might enjoy that, some people doesn't. And then si Thriller TV used to air in some countries, no? So that's a little bit cheaper. And then ito, bago tayo magpatuloy with my takes and thoughts, gusto ko muna i-share kasi si Tony Khan, prior to that, nag-announce siya ng title change sa mga matches. So that's the TNT title. So Adam Cole is not medically cleared to compete during that match due to an injury. So the TNT title is already being vacated. So they already actually clarified the things on what happened and pinag-promo nila si Adam Cole, which is we're going to tackle later on. So that's one of the things that we will talk about on this show. So that's a 4-way now. Kyle Fletcher versus Daniel Garcia versus Sammy Guevara versus Dustin Rhodes. So I'm not gonna tackle the 3 matches on the pre-show, no. So that's given to me. May nag-double duty pa nga, like si Dustin, si Sammy Guevara. Sila ay nag-double duty, no. Then let's talk about the cards now for this show. I think the kickoff for the show was really good. The roof is really impressive also, no. And then eto na ating pag-uusapan this week. So AEW Trios Tag Team titles, the Ops versus the Death Riders. Nothing too much about it when it comes to this whole match. I am just thinking that this was a really fun match. Although hindi naman ako ganong nag-expect that title change will be taking place on this match, given that Gabe Kidd is going to be on G1, kaso na-injured din si Gabe Kidd. So sorry about that. Pero yun, I think that yun na yung nangyari when it comes to this whole stipulation for the whole match. I really think that the match was really good, pero sakto lang talaga sa akin. And then I'm glad though that they are able to properly explain the storylines for some people who doesn't watch AEW or people who will watch AEW for the first time, no? So I really love that. Para lang maganda yung pagka-explain din. Pero there's a problem. May problema ako kay Excalibur. Excalibur is very fast. Some people might not catch him telling or rambling things on commentary. So that's a little bit problem to me too. So, yun. So, I am just checking All in Texas. In fairness, available na. Yun. Chinek ko ulit yung All in Texas sa Spot TV Now. And yes, it's available for free, by the way. If you want to catch it, it's available for free on Spot TV Now. So, yeah. Yun lang naman. Kung gusto nyo mag-catch up sa All in Texas. Pero yun, pinanood ko to, by the way, sa first time sa Spot TV. Then, nag-download ako ng content, by the way. Tapos, pinanood ko ulit siya sa Spot TV Now. So, that's really good. Next, the men's casino gauntlet match. So, hindi ko na ito itatakel ng mahaba. Kasi, ang laki ng kain nitong match na to, no? Hindi ko na siya itatakel kasi ang haba nito eh. Kagaya nga na sinabi ko nung umpisa, I'm not going to tackle this two gauntlet matches. But one thing is for sure, that Josh Alexander is not getting used really well. That's what I am going to say, at least for now, no? And then we also have Rockardius Robinson, which is, I think, really good. Tapos, tangin na, ang strong din ang booking ni Bis Mortos, oh. Really strong booking. Then, Max Caster, such a waste of a slot. Ayun, so, yun nga, MJF won the whole thing. So, it's kinda makes sense, no? Pero, gaya ng sinabi ko dun sa unang kong recording, that yung mga ganitong match doesn't need to be dragged a lot. They don't need this type of matches to be dragged a lot, no? Kasi matches like this or these types like this, it's very bullshit, man. I really have to say this, no? Parang I am really disappointed on what actually happened, no? On this type of matches that I know this might be a AEW thing, especially with how things are going, mainly with their content. Tapos parang okay. This reminds me of something, no? This reminds me of something. Na every time people actually talks about this match, parang ang labo naman, they're just giving us a proper intention of giving us something. Pero regardless kasi, parang AEW fandom is really that stupid to understand what's going on. Pero MJF winning this match kinda makes sense because of his current direction with the Hurt Syndicate. Kasi parang out of place talaga siya ever since. Tapos, on the way they're booking the whole thing, they really just wanted to give him something that he can purposely lose. Obviously, that's the case. Para ma-set up lang din yung pag-turn ni MJF sa Hurt Syndicate. So, that's basically what's going on with him and the Hurts, no? And I like it. Pero it doesn't mean that I like the whole match. The match is very grueling. Sa totoo lang. Very grueling match. I didn't like it. Hindi ako din fan ng mga ganitong matches. Just like the $100 matches, just like this type of stuff. I didn't like it. Hindi ako fan. Just me. It might offend some of you guys, pero hindi talaga ako fan. I'm really sorry. I really have to tell you guys in advance that hindi ako fan ng mga ganitong matches. Hindi siya double standard, hindi rin ako fan ng Battle Royale sa Evolution. Para lang magkalinawan tayo. I like Stephanie Vacker. That's the way that that they established her. Pero, yon, hindi ako fan ng Battle Royale. Pasensya na, guys. Then, we have Adam Cole. Promo in the ring. So, Adam Cole mentioned that they never mentioned that he's not medically cleared. And then, they mentioned that meron siya mga absence. Yan na naman. Then, yun nga, parang ini-inform nila kung ano yung pwedeng gawin din. They did the Adam Cole, baby. Then, parang hirap din siya ma-explain yung kasi yung mangyari. He has some health issues today that it might take him for a while. Tapos, yun, he is emotional as fuck. So, ang masasabi ko lang dito, this is very sad, no? And then, we're just trying to feel the emotion. And I'm kinda disappointed then that ito na yung way, or this might be the way of ending his career. And we know, I really love Adam Cole. May love and hate relationship ako with Adam Cole. But, man, best wishes to him. Yun nga, kagaya ng sabi ko, it's not easy to let his career go. And yun, just like that, thank you again, Adam Cole, for the entertainment that you gave to us. So, with that said, I think the finish for this match makes sense. So, di ko na din bibigyan ng mahabang review to. So, Dustin Rhodes is the new TNT champion, beating Kyle Fletcher, Daniel Garcia, and Sammy Guevara. In the original match, supposed to be Adam Cole versus Kyle Fletcher. And you might think my thoughts, or maisip nyo man yung thoughts ko, that I might like to see Kyle Fletcher winning the match over Adam Cole. And I totally understand that, no? Pero parang ang pakiramdam ko kasi sa informasyon na ito is it's very different on what we actually had or what we might have doon sa sitwasyon na nangyari at nagkaroon niya ng scenario that we are getting. Pero kagaya nga na sinabi ko noon, sinabi ko noon, it just indicates the point that we actually got the whole thing for the whole match or the whole scenario or other things. Parang iba na rin talaga yung impression ng tao on how this will be interpreted. Or kung ano man yung pakiramdam nyo sa sitwasyon na to, it doesn't really matter anymore kung ano man yung feeling nyo. But ako, I'm just going to tell you guys that this match was really good. Pero iba yung feeling ko. Hindi ko muna sabihin bad booking ito. Pero if Adam Cole is not injured and Fletcher won the title, I might say different things. Pero as of now, ang sabihin ko lang, congratulations Dustin, you have 3 belts now. And I hope this will just be a transitional reign since obviously you have 3 titles. That's kind of stupid if they nila papatalo si Dustin. Next, we have here the tag match. So that's the Young Bucks versus Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay. So like what I am doing, I'm just going to skip this as a whole match, giving you a proper opinion. I really love this match as a whole. No, the match was really good as a whole. So parang may na-miss lang akong kalahati nung match. Pero nung ni-rewatch ko siya, medyo okay naman ako. I appreciate some people saying that this might be a donkey match And I totally understand that, pero I think this was the perfect time to remove Young Bucks as the EVPs of the company, and Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland beating them really makes sense. So, ang ganda ng progression nitong buong match na to. So, I really like that. And then, obviously din naman, parang wala na rin silang ma-abuse na storyline. So, that makes sense. Okay. Then, next, Women's Casino Gauntlet. So, just like what we made about the men's, hindi ko na ito gagawa ng buong review or mahabang review. So, highlight ko lang dito si Syuri. I think Syuri is great. Tsaka si Athena tuloy. Alex Windsor. Athena is a different story. I think Athena on this match really makes sense to me. And then, hindi ko siya masyado ma-feel that she won. Like what I mentioned on the men's, like, yes, we have this match, pampatanggal umay lang. Pero, sobrang haba. I think this very unnecessary to me, no? Then, isa pa, Athena is also now a talent of AEW. And I hope this time around, they should drop the women's title na meron siya ngayon, the ROH women's title. And then, let her cash in the whole thing, no? Okay. So, ito, continue na natin. We have the three-way for the tag title. So, that's Bobby Lashley, Hurt Syndicate, Shelton Benjamin, Jet Speed, and the Patriarchy. So, ito nga. I can't believe that Jet Speed, especially Swerve especially etong si Donkey Man ito si Speedball Mike Bailey. Speedball used to be great in TNA. Walang makaka-dispute sa akin yan, no? Used to be a great wrestler, no? It used to be a great wrestler. He used to be a great man sa TNA. And now, I don't know what the fuck that we have now. I don't know. I am flat out telling you guys that this is really stupid to me, no? So, parang ano bang tawag dito? Hindi ko masabing masama yung match na to, na hindi siya magandang booking, pero they really booked Speedball Mike Bailey stronger than the champions. Like, it's dumb as fuck, man. Dumb as fuck. Wala akong masabi. Then, Lashley hits the spear on Christian. That results for the split of the Patriarchy. And then, feeling ko ang haba nito masyado. Kagaya nga na sinabi ko, we don't need to see the Honky Donkey Mans and Kevin Knight. I love Kevin Knight, but Donkey Man, I don't think he deserves love compared on what I used to give to him before, no? I really love Speedball. Iba na yung feeling ko. I don't know, it's a bad booking or something's not right with him. Pero yon, feeling ko talaga may mali sa booking ni Speedball ngayon. Yan. And then, continue na tayo. So, FTR is arguing with Christian Cage, and then Kip and Nick Wayne step up to help Christian, and then they sets up a Unprettier. Adam Copeland came to the ring, tonton pa siya, and then parang they are now setting up a reunion between Cope and Christian Cage. So, he informed him that find yourself or go find yourself. So, yun. Yun yung case natin ngayon dito. So, that's a straight up So they are obviously trying to plant a seed for the setup ng kanilang match possibly in September, All Out, or maybe in Forbidden Door. No, that's really good. Okay, so next tier is Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné for the AEW Women's title. Okay, so let's talk about this in a longer term, no? Itong match na to, that was an outstanding match. Sa totoo lang, outstanding tong match na to for the women's. Hindi ako nag-expect na mananalo si Toni Storm kasi we obviously think Mercedes Moné is winning, no? Pero wala naman akong issue with Toni Storm winning, pero kagaya nga ng sinabi ko, it's a lose-lose situation. Except there's something going on, and that lose-lose situation might stop with Athena winning the belt from Toni. Ito nga yung sabihin ko, both of them are outstanding wrestlers. Wala tayong problema sa naging finish nito. And hindi na rin ako magugulat if ang next move na gagawin ngayon ni AEW is mag-establish sila ng mas stronger run for Mercedes, and then doon niya ipapanalo yung belt from Toni. Or something like she is winning the title pero magka-cash in si Toni Storm or si Athena. That should be the case. Then ito na, final 2 matches. Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega. So obviously I'm not going to do a rundown on this whole match, no? The match was underwhelming. Sinabi ko to sa PWPH, sinabi ko rin to sa ibang chat groups. This match was underwhelming, no? Underwhelming, no? People might think that because of these changes that we are just going to create a new belt for these two guys. That might be a factor. Basta, yun talaga, I am underwhelmed with this whole scenario. Omega is selling his stomach injury or his injury. I understand that. Pero I am underwhelmed that this match happened. Or I am underwhelmed also that there's another belt that we need to deal with. Kagaya ng sinasabi ko when it comes to the Continental Classic, there's another problem that they need to resolve as soon as possible. No. Yes, ang maganda lang dito is we have a right winner, and that's Kazuchika Okada. That's definitely a W decision there. Pero I don't want anyone to carry these 3 belts just for the sake of championships. And that's a bad decision because Tony Khan himself said that hindi. I'm just going to unify these 3 belts and then call it a day. Dumb. Sorry, I have to say this. The booking for this feud, the booking for this titles are just dumb as hell. Same as all of the support that these people might have. Okay? Then I understand the expectations that we might have on this match. Pero wala eh. Underwhelming talaga eh. I don't get the hype. I don't get the bullshit. It's just underwhelming. Right? Okay. So next, main event. So we have the Texas Deathmatch for the AEW Championship. So it's Jon Moxley versus Hangman Page. Okay. So I'm going to skip the whole match because that's a lot of chaos there. Pero ito, pag-usapan natin. I thought the match was really good. Sa totoo lang. And it really makes sense then, like what I previously mentioned, that this is the only way that we need to settle the feud or to settle this whole Death Riders thing. Danielson, Darby, and Swerve interfering on this match basically sets the whole path into a different direction. No? Ito yung mga matches then that I am kinda critical when it comes to the usage of weapons. And then there's so much going on with this whole things and the interference. Hindi ako magpapaka-double standard, pero the same finish that they had with the Moxley Hangman Page, and that was very clear that people clearly doesn't want to deal with this bullshit anymore. And that's a statement that we have, no? And I'm glad also that we are able to see the AEW title again. And medyo na-miss ko din. Na-miss ko din yung AEW title. Sa totoo lang. AEW title is one of the best world titles in wrestling right now. And it's so nice for us to see it again on the television shows. And yun. That was a job well done for Hangman Page. Pero AEW, I hope this would be the last time that we will run a 5-hour, almost 6-hour show plus 2 for the 0-hour. I hope this will not happen again. I hope that's the last time that we are seeing this match, and I hope we're getting at least 4 hours. 4 hours is the standard for AEW. WWE should be 3 hours and a half. Or dapat niya, wala nga lalagpas ng 4 hours eh. For both companies. Sama nyo na yung tig-2 oras yung 0 hour or pre-shows. I don't care. Di naman tayo nanonood niyan. Di ko rin naman nire-review yan. So fair. Diba? Yan. So final thoughts on the show. I think I can give it a solid 7 out of 10. And I can say that this might be the best show of AEW this year. And I still believe, gave you guys a spoiler, Evolution is the show of the year so far. Just because of how they were able to give us a perfect wrestling show despite of a short build, counterparting of course with AEW, and the bullshit happened during the Saturday night's main event. And obviously all of that will be discussed on the next episode of the show. But for the meantime, about All In Texas, gaya ng sabi ko, ganda ng araw na to para pasayahin talaga yung crowd. And Hangman really makes sense to be justified as a face champion again. And Jon Moxley definitely now has the reason why to be obsessed to terrorize the whole AEW roster without the belt na, no? And then masaya ako on how the show went out. Kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, I can rewatch the show again and again. It's free on Spot TV now. So if you wanted to watch the shows, yun, let me check nga kung available din ng All In or yung yung double R natin as VOD for free. And then if yes, that's a really good move, Thriller. And if yes, available siya, then that's a great move too. Okay, so let me check. Uy, free. Free din siya. So that's good. Okay. So, yun lang muna. I think the show was really good as a whole, All In. Pero, yun nga, kagaya nga ng sabi ko, putang na, wag yun ang gawin to ulit. Wag nang ganito kahaba ulit na shows, no? And, yun, makakaasa kayo that I can give a better dissect on how the AEW shows went out, if that will be the case. No? Okay. So, let's talk about the fallout, basically. So, meron akong malaki-laking problema dito sa fallout. Compared with the all-in, mas malaki yung problema ko with the fallout. No? Para diretso na tayo sa WWE lang on the next episode. Okay? Let's talk about that. Okay. So, Hangman Page made his promo in the ring. And then, he's saying that he is now a proud champion. And then, that was a great speech. And then, yun, they basically established him once again as a face champion. And then, that was really good, no? And then, that was part 2 to start the show with him. And then, parang, malaking factor din talaga yung nangyari dito sa stuff na to, no? And then they're obviously showing few videos here. Ayun, that was really good. And then we have the Young Bucks arriving in a Uber. Not the one that used to be on a Uber. Or a limousine kasi di naman na sila EVPs. So, di nila ma-afford yun. So, di ko na itatackle yung ibang matches that I need to talk about, no? So, ano ba? Magaya ng sinabi ko, the Young Bucks storyline here is hilarious. Tapos, parang okay, I really wanted to buy into this, pero I hope that we are going to get something, no? I hope we can get something on this, and I hope we can get a lot of this, man. Okay, so next here, I'm gonna skip this tag match because I think that was chaotic and terrible. And then we have Cope actually coming back as Adam Copeland, which is good, no? Kagaya ng sabi natin that go find yourself, sinabi natin kanina. And then, ayun, they actually established this Cope Cage Cope Cage reunion, no? And then that was really good too on how they're able to establish this whole thing. Then we have another $100,000 match that I'm not a fan of. And Tekla for sure is really good, no? Tekla is impressive, really good. Then we have now Julia Hart, Sky Blue, and Tekla as a stable, which is really good to me. Then, Toni Storm and Athena seems like they now have a face-off, no? Pero andun pa rin ako sa impressive thought ko that this is going to be Mercedes the one who will take the title from Toni Storm, no? Then, Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne is actually really good to me. I'm glad that she's I'm glad though that we have a new champion na, so we're TNT, and I hope Nick Wayne is going to get a new case here. I hope we can get something new here, no? Pero yan, I hope we can get a new stuff here on AEW. So, okay, what's next that we are going to talk about? So, I'm not going to talk about the whole main event about this match because it's kinda no sense to me. And ayoko nang itakal yung mga Death Rider stuff. I hope this needs to be settled, no? I hope this needs to be settled, and I hope this needs to be properly addressed na. Kasi parang ang weak talaga ng show na to. After All In, considering this would be their follow-up on All In, that was a little bit weak show that we got here on Dynamite this week. And yun lang muna para sa akin, ang aking thoughts for AEW shows this week. So, di na ako mag-hey spiel again dito, kagaya ng dati. Maraming salamat ulit sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa podcast, and you know that This actually the episode 300 that we are talking about. And yon, I really love how AEW is rising up again despite of what is happening on their current shows, no? Tapos marami pa tayong bagay na mapag-uusapan pa sa ibang pagkakataon din, or we need actually to properly address elephant in the room if ang atin lang itatakel is WWE. So WWE, ang dami natin pag-uusapan kasi ayun nga, Evolution, yung ano pa yung Evolution, Saturday Night's Main Event, Fallout, itong show na to, plus Slammiversary. Yun, we are going to tackle that, no? Yun, so that's what we are going to talk about later on sa show na to. Basta, ang masasabi ko lang naman is, yun lang muna. I hope everyone was able to enjoy All In, same as Evolution, same as Saturday Night's Main Event, na underwhelming, and the rest of wrestlings that we got this weekend. Also, Slammiversary. So, hapyawan ko na nga ng konti ang Slammiversary thoughts ko kasi gusto ko maging fresh to. I love JC Jane, but it really makes sense to me that JC Jane wins this title, no? And then I think they did a really good job putting Leon Slater over for this whole thing. Tapos ayun, medyo sablay lang sa akin yung kay Trick Williams winning. No disrespect, that was a really heel move that leads to the whole TNA roster na magrebelde against the opposing champion in Trick, which is, I find it really good. Pero that should be taken advantage kasi hometown hero ito si Mike Santana. Tapos di pa nila tinake advantage na him winning the title. That was pretty disappointing to me. But overall, TNA Slammiversary was really good to me. And I hope that in October sa Bound for Glory, ma-follow up pa ito. Mas solid na PLE nila. So, yan. Ito na lang muna yung aking thoughts for Slammiversary. We will talk about longer on a super long episode of the podcast this week. So, follow the podcast again on social media at Main Event Mark PW. You can also support our local wrestling scene, Filipino Pro Wrestling, World Underground Wrestling, Puso Wrestling, and Dexcon Wrestling as well. Maraming salamat din sa kanila because without them, parang ayun, sinusuportahan din naman nila yung content natin. So maraming salamat pa din sa wrestling promotions natin that we have here in the Philippines. Also, pasalamatan na rin natin ang mga kaibigan natin all throughout the scene, sa PWPH, sa Bonk, sa Pipe, sa sino-sino pang mga affiliates natin, si Yuki, palagi, tropa natin yan. At ayun, yung iba pang mga podcast natin dito that's helping us out para ma-grow tayo ng isang malaking fandom. Like, the Wrestling Podcast, sila pa ba? Yun, yung ibang nagko-content din sa IPW, and everyone who is helping the scene to be better than in the whole run. And pasalamatan din natin si Wrestling Boy, si Yabe Daisy. Ayun, posting content day-to-day basis for all of the wrestling fans around the world and everyone who is supporting Filipino wrestling. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat at utang na loob po ng buong wrestling community ang inyong suporta. Dexcon Dakila is coming soon as well on Thriller TV. I hope you can also support that on their platform sa Thriller. So, abangan nyo yan. We will still also post updates for X-Man at saka sa FPW show on Finished Business. Ayun. Yun lang muna. Maraming salamat again sa lahat na sumuporta all throughout. Malapit na tayo mag 500 dito sa podcast. 2 episodes coming up soon. Ayun, medyo underwhelmed na ako. Thank you again for joining us here on the main event, Mark. This is Angelo Panera. Stay safe, stay wrestle. See you on the next episode of the pod. Bye for now.